You shot straight, but you shot late. Holla at me. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Say man, hey man, it's OD Jucario. Now I'm back at you with another one. And check this out. I had to come back and slide on the YouTube block on this topic about Ebony Prince, the Riddler. And EP has just dropped another video showing Christopher Alvarez. And that's where we left off at with the little fella, the journalist, Christopher Alvarez. And many people were calling him a child, but this is a grown man that has a disability, right? And many people thought that Ebony Prince had some video footage showing, evidence of Drake and his security team doing something to Christopher Alvarez. And he was liking a lot of people's posts, liking comments on Instagram, insinuating that Drake had did something to him. And people were wondering why was he liking these type of comments, insinuating that Drake did something to him, as if something happened. And now we have a second video. The second part that Ebony Prince released is a couple of seconds of Christopher Alvarez leaving the Mark Hotel, and Drake's security is escorting him out. And this comes just a few seconds, right? Not even a minute after the footage that Ebony Prince showed us in the first clip with Alvarez in the lobby, right? And he was waiting on Drake. And the timestamps show that Christopher Alvarez wasn't there for that long at that hotel as he told us he was in that interview that he gave the Brooklyn Eagle. Now, this right here is not lining up with what he told us in that interview. And he went live saying that he went to the Mark Hotel because Drake, called him to come up there and meet with him, right? And him and Drake had a brief dinner. And then they met up at the hotel to listen to beats. And Ebony Prince had a question. How many beats did you listen to, Alvarez? Because beats with an S insinuates and implies that y'all listen to more than one track. Y'all listen to a couple of beats that would take, a couple of minutes. And that would be way longer than the footage that shows Alvarez in the lobby to the time he left the lobby going out of the Mark Hotel. It's not lining up, you guys, and something is not right. Now, this would mean that Christopher Alvarez basically lied in that interview about him meeting Drake up there to listen to beats, because obviously that's not what the video is showing. He was only there for no more than about 2 minutes, according to the video footage. And upon further analyzation of that first video that he released with Christopher in that lobby waiting, right, on Drake and his team to arrive to the Mark Hotel, there's somebody there with him. And this person doesn't move much. This person is like a statue there. Now, the rumors of the person that was in the lobby with Christopher Alvarez was said to be a midget, a dwarf as well. But from the footage, it doesn't seem like this person was small like Chris, okay? This person was standing pretty tall, okay? And I feel like, yes, he did possibly have somebody there with him, as the footage is showing. But, like I said, they didn't move that much in the footage to make it known, but they did make certain movements. Now, the person that's in the lobby with Chris is, presumably a woman, probably the caretaker that we were all asking, where's this people that, look after him? Where's his caretaker at 3 in the morning? Why is he there by himself? Where it seems like this person was standing right there in plain sight, and they blended in with the furniture there in the hotel, and they didn't move much, right, in the little clip that we seen. But we clearly see now that this person had on striped pants or striped tights or something to that effect. Now, according to the video snippet that Ebony Prince released, he delivered this video showing that Alvarez was being escorted out of the Mark Hotel around, the 3:19 in the morning mark, going on 3:20 timestamp. And Drake in this still frame photo with Alvarez seemingly walking into the Mark Hotel, and the security guard with the bags walking in is time stamped also at 3:19 in the morning, right? But the thing is this: Christopher Alvarez is seen waiting on Drake around the 3:18 in the morning time stamp with this mysterious person. Like I said, it could be a woman. And the 3:19 still frame photo with Drake and the security in it and Alvarez looking like they're going up to the room or reception area or whatever, right? This is at 3:19, earlier in the 3:19 time stamp. And then Ebony Prince releases another video showing that Alvarez is getting led out of the Mark Hotel around 3:19 in the morning, going on 3:20 in the morning. So this would imply that Alvarez lied about what time he spent there in the Mark Hotel, because he said he was there to listen to beats. And the video footage proves that he was there no longer than 2 minutes, and he couldn't have possibly listened to new beats with Drake in under 2 minutes there in the lobby, right? Because he couldn't have went up to the hotel room that fast, listened to beats, came back down to the lobby, and left before 3:20 in the morning, when the timestamps shows that he was in the lobby at 3:18, right? And then at 3:20, he's getting escorted out. So something's definitely not right, you guys. And why did Alvarez lie? What is that all about? He said Drake didn't pay him off, right? As a lot of people said, he accepted hush money because something occurred there in the Mark. And even EP, Ebony Prince, you know, insinuated that Wheelchair Jimmy wouldn't be proud of what happened and what took place with Drake. What took place between the wee hours of 3:18 and 3:20 that morning at the Mark Hotel? Wow. What really took place that, you know, EP Ebony Prince is insinuating that he has video footage of? What happened? Because this is only 2 minutes, you guys. That leads me to say this right here. What time did Chris Alvarez roll into that Mark Hotel front door to wait on Drake? Because obviously he was there before Drake. So we don't have the video footage of this yet. Ebony Prince has not released the footage showing Alvarez and whoever he arrived there with that's also in the lobby now that we know what time they get there. Now, maybe Ebony Prince might release this, maybe he won't. But evidently, this is a puzzle that Ebony Prince wants us to put together, because first he gave us the still frame of Drake and the security guard and Alvarez there in that lobby, right, at 3:19. Then he backdoors give us the footage of Alvarez in the lobby waiting on Drake, right? We thought he was by himself, but it's a mysterious person there. Like I said, it could be a woman, his caretaker. And this is at 3:18, right? Before the 3:19 still frame with Drake. That makes sense. And now he releases another snippet of Alvarez in the lobby getting escorted out of the lobby at 3:20. So these timestamps are not lining up with the time that Alvarez said he was in the Mark Hotel meeting with Drake to listen to new beats. And Ebony Prince is saying, look, you lied in your interview and you said you were there listening to beats. How many beats did you listen to, Alvarez? Because beats with an S mean you listen to more than one. And that would take more than about, 5 to 10 minutes. And that would be weird that you only go there just to listen to a couple of beats and just leave straight after that. Right? That's strange. So how many beats did you listen to, Alvarez? And also, right, EP is saying, look, you lied in your interview with the Brooklyn Eagle about the stolen items being that, the computer was Drake's. That's what the interview implied. That's what the interview insinuated, that the computer that Ebony Prince is using, showing us the surveillance footage on, is Drake's. Now that's a lie. Ebony Prince showed us a screenshot of when he ordered this Panasonic Tough Book offline. So this is proving that, you know, he indeed is the owner of the computer. And why would Chris Alvarez lie about that? And it's just so many things that's not lining up with Chris said. And he also said something very suspicious, that people were saying that he was the mole, that he was also part of the plan. And he had to be, because he was following underage schoolgirls, you know, minors. And his people advised him to not follow these minors anymore. So he did. So all this is very alarming and suspicious to me, because why would that even matter if you're not doing nothing wrong, Alvarez? So at the end of the day, what is Ebony Prince trying to tell us, you guys, with this footage, these couple of seconds that he released? Because like I said, we don't actually have the proof of when Alvarez arrived there. And being there for such a short amount of time, from 3:18 to being escorted out at 3:20. What happened between him, Drake, and the security team there? Because Alvarez alluded to the fact that, you know, him being inside that lobby got 2 security guards at the Mark Hotel fired for, you know, letting him in and being allowed to wait on Drake instead of making him wait outside in the cold. Now, this is all very suspicious to me, you guys. Now that we have the timestamps that Ebony Prince and the videos that he's releasing on Christopher Alvarez showing that he's a liar. Now, Chris Alvarez said he didn't accept hush money from Drake. So obviously you accepted something to be sitting up here lying like this when there's a video footage of you, sir. Mr. Alvarez, there's video footage of you in the lobby, right? No longer than, you know, the times that you're implying. So what's really going on, Chris? Why lie? Everything's being recorded, bucko. And you're making yourself look as if something more sinister was going on there in those 2 minutes that we see that you were there. And Ebony Prince, you know, is saying, look, I'm tired of, you know, people lying. And I tried to give Christopher Alvarez, you know, the benefit of the doubt. But it seems as if Chris is still lying. And he's saying that, you know, look, I was there to listen to beats. I was invited by Drake. You know, after dinner we met briefly and all this here, you know, this and that and that and this. But if that's true, why did Alvarez lie about the events that took place? Because according to the footage, all of that couldn't have took place in that small amount of time. So with all this going on at this Mark Hotel, Ebony Prince has alluded to the fact already that he told his mother he could be, you know, harmed behind this. He could be unalived behind this whole ordeal, and having alleged evidence and information on powerful people such as Drake. And now we have Christopher Alvarez injecting himself in this whole ordeal by being on this footage and feeling some type of way to where he had to vindicate himself and do some type of interview with the Brooklyn Eagle. And you have Ebony Prince saying that this dude is lying. Christopher Alvarez is lying, right? Still saying that I stole these lost and found items, right? That are rightfully Ebony Prince's to own now after the 3-month period is up. So all this is very suspicious to me, you guys. And now you have Ebony Prince posting that he's receiving threats, right? Unaliving threats. People are doxing this man. And even I, you know, posted some information that people were saying about who he was, right? Because it's all over the internet. Everybody's doing research on who he is, trying to find out, you know, who he actually is as a person. Who is this guy? Who is this mysterious Riddler that's posting this stuff about Drake, the Mark Hotel, and this mysterious character, this disabled man, right? Christopher Alvarez. And what really took place? So upon people doxing him, right, getting information on him, even I alluded to the fact that, you know, the name Daniel Reyes is on the evidence packages with these lost and found items. And when people say his name starts with a D and an A in the first initials, well, hey, Daniel Reyes happens to be the name that's in the court documents with the Mark Hotel lawsuit against Theodore Wintraub, the young teenager at that time who was doing the protest at the Mark Hotel, right? And the Mark is suing him for harassment and, you know, things of that nature, right? Not only are people doxing Ebony Prince, right, saying his name is this, Daniel Reyes, and saying his name is that, now Ebony Prince has posted, you know, the doxing information that people are putting on his Facebook account, right? On his Facebook page in the comment section, they're putting his information on who they think he is. And now he's put this on his Twitter page for the world to see. And at first, Ebony Prince didn't have a Facebook profile picture. Now, Ebony Prince, that goes by Mike Myers, Ebony, on Facebook, has now uploaded a Facebook picture, a profile picture, to go along with his name, Mike Myers Ebony. And it's the same individual, the same image that's been said to be the Riddler, that's been said to be Ebony Prince. So what everybody did get right is his image. Everybody got the fact, you know, that this is him, right? This is how he looks. But the name, his actual government name, is now being doxxed as a different name, right? Other than Daniel Reyes. And it also starts with a D and A, right? So Ebony Prince is no longer hiding, you guys. He's no longer scared of these devils, the ones who plan to do, you know, evil to him behind this whole ordeal, right? Or act as if, insinuate as if they're going to do something to him. And he's out in the open with it, right? He's going to the gun range. Ebony Prince showed up to the neighborhood where this person called him out to, right? And obviously Ebony Prince is fed up with people on the internet trying to dox him, calling him out, ridiculing him, right? And just downright being ugly towards his name. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. And this is the latest in the Mark Hotel, Drake, Christopher Alvarez, and Ebony Prince scandal. And until next time, this is OG Jucario TV. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spending with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And you already know what it is, man. It's deeper than booty hell. And guess what? I'm gone.